Hello everybody and welcome to what's going to be episode 16 of Wood and Stone. I'm Icon and well, I really hope that our odd jobbers will manage to carve out the mountain today so we can create the temple that I am dreaming of. Beyond that, well, we are building up our military, and in order to do so, I will need to amp up my food production and my military provisions. So let's see about that. A couple of things that we have quite ahead of us before we can be a king. Now, for this place here, I felt like let's upgrade to fancy roads. Holy crap. 522 cut stone. Jesus. I didn't expect it to be that frickin' costly, but well. Let's do this nevertheless. This is, after all, the Temple Plaza, the University Plaza. This can get some good cut stone. I mean, I am at the point where I can just upgrade these things if necessary, so I am not too worried about that. Let's do some new jobs for the tree cutting, because that's obviously always a thing. Doesn't stop to be a thing. And right now, I do notice that the population of Cretonians is outnumbering the population of Dondorians by far. Well, maybe we can please our Dondorian friends a little bit better. What about that? I mean, let's do one thing. That'll help a lot. We're going to, here, set two species according to fulfillment. So we have now lowered the efficiency of our city tremendously, and I hope that this doesn't lead to entire industries to break down, but I have just configured the Dondorians to prefer their work after their fulfillment first, and skill level second. Let's see how that'll work out. The thing is, the Dondorians tend to do jobs that they actually hate to do, but they are really good at it. Favorite example, mining. They don't like mining, but they happen to be extremely good at it. So, let's see. Let's do some statues. They spread ore. Oh yeah, I can make them larger too. Nice. Alright. Let's put some statues here and there. Make this place a proper plaza, you know. Or at least try to. I haven't used the whole city designing tools of this game too much yet. So I see. I'll keep an eye out on my coal. Although I gotta say, I feel like coal is something that we definitely should consider getting more of. Let's see, the Karkan environment. If I remember correctly, they had coal mines that we were able to tax. Beautiful. We're just going to do this. Problem solved. Probably I'll do 2 pips of that. We'll see about that. The coal tax. Alright, go to some statues on the plaza. Still looking a little bit bleak, though. Let's add in... Oh, you can do large torches as well. Oh boy, I had no clue. Dang. Alright. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to put these things symmetrically. Or that thing symmetrically into the middle, so we're going to make this like that. These things do cost us some resources, but I also think they are absolutely worth the investment. So, let's see. Meanwhile, the work here is proceeding. Wonderful. There's another thing on my mind. Since I want to increase the military efforts of my city, it dawned on me that we need more food. We really need more food. And my experiences have shown me a few things with this game. Vegetable and fruit are really, really not too efficient space-wise. If you check out vegetables and fruit, you really end up with rather low output. Compare that with your good old buddy, the grain farm, which has 500 to even this scenario. It is even double the output. The downside of grain, of course, is grain on its own is inedible, so we're not able to do anything with grain on its own unless it's transformed into bread. So let's see. Maybe I'll find the baker. Maybe I'll have to find him via the menu. I'll give it a try before I... Ah, here, wonderful. So I just want to check out the ratio. So... how does this work exactly? I just want to know how the conversion rate... So we convert grain on a one-on-one basis. So 1 grain, 1 bread. We just transform 10 grain in one go into 10 bread. But nevertheless, this means, yes, grain is much more efficient in terms of feeding people than veg and fruit. So that means our Cretonians have one severe downside that you don't see coming at the first glance. Their hunger for veg and fruit makes them a little bit more space hungry, although they also like bread, so these guys really like everything that's made out of the agricultural sector. But to shorten things, I want to bring more bread on the table, because the next thing we're going to do quite soon-ish is set up a ration maker. So we can transform our food stuff into rations. And that's another thing that's going to be really important. Also, those rations will make us use up our pottery. Also not bad. So let's see. Let's put up the ration maker here. Oh, crap. That was the brush tool. Ugh. Keeps happening. How long am I playing this city now? Still keeps happening. Well, okay. Let's place it down here. That was... Now it's doable. Okay. 100% organic shape. So the ration maker is necessary to feed your troops on the road. Without ration maker, you have no option to let your troops move over the world map. Sure, we are far, far away from being there. I mean, moving stuff over the world map. But, you know, I'll rather prepare myself right now, because at the end of the day, it's better to have these things already up and running before you need them. Just my personal opinion about that. So let's make this like that. All right. Here we go. So we got plenty of room for extra workbenches, I think. So yeah. Not gonna lie, I am looking forward to build rectangular again. So we could drop in way more workstations now if we'd want to, but I really don't want to right now, because we have no need to maximize our production in this sector yet. I just want to have one facility up and running to check out how everything works. Here we go, 24 employees. So, not a small thing after all. But there's been plenty of room for even more facility there. So alrighty, as we can see here, we get a lot of extra Dondorian immigration. Let's pick them all up. The Cretonians, due to the breeding, they really rack up now nicely. But I want to have more Dondorian odd jobbers available, mostly because I want to have the majority of my military backbone composed out of Dondorians. So we need more clothing. I really should bring up more tailors. That'll make everybody happy. Let's do this. Kept sleeping on this topic for a pretty long time. Let's change that. I mean, there's really no necessity to keep everybody out of clothing like that. But let's see. Yeah, I really need to carve out more of that mountain area as quick as possible because we really need the building place. I noticed that this side of the river, I start to run out of building space. I want to keep this room here for now free for the military. I don't know how much room they'll need. I would have a little bit more of artisan space here, but also, I don't know, I would put up some city wall at some point too. So I don't want to expand over that, but this little grove here, this is definitely a usable patch, but after that, we'll have to go on this side, and honestly, I don't know how many pastures we actually would want to have, and if it's not a good idea to go for as many as possible of these, because, you know, people like meat, and there's nothing provides a more sustainable production of meat than the pastures. So also, I love that the Onxes are producing the cotton on the side. We have almost no cotton fields in this city here. I think this is the only cotton farm I got. And my entire economy is working out nicely because we're running Onxes. Although, I feel like I could have done myself a favor if I wouldn't have went with the Onxes there and stuck with the more meat-heavy creatures here. So here you see we can't put that over the resource veins. There's clay. But if I remember correctly... Where was that? Oh, another game? No, there was another game where I could do that. Never mind. But for now, I'll just stick with that and see how it works out. But it's obvious that we've got so freaking many jobs everywhere that our jobbers have quite the issue keeping up with that. So Sithalon, I hope, has... This stuff is also a spoilage rate? Dang it. Man. Why does everything has to have a spoilage rate, man? Seriously. Okay. But we're doing fine, I'd say. How's the ration maker doing? Getting the job done slowly but steadily. I mean, I don't mind that business is not going that super quickly, simply because I have issued such a massive expansion on this entire map. Like, all these carving jobs into the mountain that I've set up, they keep my odd jobbers busy as hell. But at the same time, I feel like it's exactly what I want to do. Because, you know, I'm out of space. And this is the perfect way to create space, but it really takes a long time. But, you know, I should not expect to set up a city in a mountain in just the same time as in a plains. Most wonderful part about this game is that already at this point, I really can't wait to see what I'll be building next. And that's a really elating feeling. Like, in the way that which map will I play next, which racial combo will I play next, and yeah, this game has a lot of things going on for itself. Mostly because of the smart map generation. Every map is its own challenge. We've had quite a long way going on until we had all access to all these things that our city is craving for. I mean, basically, except for a steady lack of enough clothing, the city is absolutely working out. Super good. Like, seriously. Okay, we're going to turn off the ration maker for now. And my idea was to transform bread into rations. And I want to see how's the sales point of these. Do rations sell good? Yes, they do. Although, I gotta say, selling off the bread pure would be more efficient. We would get 20 denarii for... Or, wait a sec. No. Maybe I'm wrong. So, 5 units of bread transform into, what? 2 rations. So, yeah. Okay, it's worth. It's actually an upgrade. Actually an upgrade. So we do have an overproduction of fish, though. Are we exporting fish? And if not, why not? Because I didn't, wait a sec. This one is absolutely nonsensical. What the heck? They are paying nicely for fish. Cool. So how's the spoilage rate of fish? 44% per year. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's fish, man. So we can export more generously there. And probably, seriously, probably, you can't turn fish into rations. That's too bad and unrealistic. Dried fish. Man, dried fish. Although, fair enough, it would need salt to work out. Alright, so... Fancy road incoming. Oh, we need to remove those trees. They are no longer allowed there. There we go. I probably want this entire side of the mountain a little bit more. A little bit more in a regular shape. Something like that, yeah. And now, let's set up some... well, we need to carve out the mountain first before we can make it neat. Alright, but this place here is almost fully carved out. And, well... I still don't know fully how the whole military stuff works, so Army Supply Depot. Needed to supply armies on the world map, so we're going to do this. So, like I mentioned several times before, this run is also a lot about experimentation with things that I haven't done yet. So... You're also most welcome to give me some help about these things, how they work out. If you notice that I'm missing out a quite obvious thing about the military, like for example the one comment that told me that the squads will pick up their gear when you draft them. Top notch, really helpful. For me, this was a big question mark. Okay, look at that. There's a lot of commotion in the mass grave. Yuck. Alright, the Great Hall is going to be finished quite soonish, and, well, okay. Yeah, carving this place out doesn't really make it look at like the outside area. Sure, okay. Whatever. We're going to install some lighting left and right near the entrance. Nevertheless, I don't know if this was basically what I had in mind there. And, statues, of course. And a large statue in front of that. Well, probably not like that. Would be blocking the passage too much. There we go. Fair enough. And let's see. It's almost finished. The ATHURI Temple. It's going to be my very, very first ATHURI Temple ever. That's why I'm so excited about it. Also, the Cretonian populace is doing just very, very fine. Coal production is going to, extremely well too, and obviously our Dondorian populace is quite happy. So let's do one thing. I want to set up a new tailor. Where are we at? There are we at. So let's see. So maybe I don't want to set up a new tailor. Maybe I just want to make these tailors a tad bit more effective. So these are the armored tailors, and that's the... So first off, our city sports a massive overproduction of tools. It's one thing that really will help a lot. And now let's just slap in a couple of extra workbenches. It's not too much. Yes. So there we go. That'll be good. And I'm pretty sure that it'll be no issue whatsoever to get the efficiency back to 100% again. Alright, let's see how that'll play out. I'm pretty sure this won't be enough to get enough clothing going on for everybody, but let's see how far it'll get us. Bam. There we go. Full workload, please. And let's see if they get the job done. Definitely will make people happier here. Okay, so let's see. Army supply depot. So we need clothes, drinks, rations. No. We're not going to fill anything here. So that's the stuff we need to increase our production. That's why I wanted to see that. This was, I was hoping that this would help me out noticing what I'll need. So, Temple of ATHURI. Alright, no. And it's going to be, cut stone. Whatever might be made out of any other material will be made out of cut stone here. And let's remove these. So, grandeur, 100%. Hell yeah, we did it, friends. We did it. Nice. Okay, I'm really happy about that. Let's make sure that this place is going to be a huge temple. So, let's see. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6. So this is the first time that I'm really building something huge now. Alright, let's set that up on the other side as well. Gotta check out how I'll be stabilizing the center of the room, but one thing at a time, you know, one thing at a time. Oh, crap. We're totally asymmetric. No. That can't happen. It's forbidden. Alright, that's going to be quite the costly thing, I bet. But at the same time, I noticed that these temples and the like are really, really powerful in terms of providing happiness for your people. Therefore, we're not going to build a second ATHURI temple, though. So let's see. Still not getting the job entirely done, hey? So there shouldn't be only 3 digits between these. How about that? Ugh. Okay. I like that. It's easy to pull up, and it's also going to look quite nicely. Yeah, so this is by far the largest room that I've ever built, by the way. Okay, we're going to have the whole pillaring done in a second. Wow. I didn't expect it to be that much of a big deal to build that, you know. But I think it is going to be quite beautiful. So we're going to set up several altars here. And let's see. Okay, pathway is going to be applied like this. Can we increase that? No, we can't. Dang. Okay, well, thing here is I'll be starting out this temple small, and once we need more services, we're going to enlarge the temple accordingly. That's the plan here. But I had to stabilize the entire hall first, because otherwise we'd be paying a lot of money for that. A lot. Ah, well, we don't want that. So decorational value really is quite demanding here, gotta say. Didn't expect that. Wonder if that's because the room is so huge. Oh no, these won't fit. Or if it's just that this room is so effing costly to set up, you know. We need more pathway on this side. There we go. Now it's better. Alright, now it's starting to make sense what we're building here. So we're going to need a lot of jewelry and Sythalon for that. As a matter of fact, more than I'm actually storing right now. Amazing. So this is going to be definitely one long-term project, you know. Definitely one long-term project. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that once this thing is done, it's going to look gorgeous. But it's going to take a damn long time until it is looking gorgeous. But whatever. We got most of the necessary material available anyway, so here's 3,700. Yeah, whatever. It has the amount of cut stone here looks wrong, but whatever. I'm not going to debate about that. Okay. We got this set up and running. we're going to need much, much more material than we got right now. I mean, we got the Cephalon, but what we have not is the amount of jewelry, but that's another thing that we can easily enforce a little bit more there. Wow. Jeez. 40 people working in this place, and they still don't get anything done. I've never had a gemstone mine with extremely high deposits yet. Looking forward to see that one day, but yeah, whatever. So I'm pretty sure the ATHURI temple will kick into motion one day soon. It's going to take a little bit, but I think it's going to be gorgeous once we're there. Especially since I think we're not going to need more than one temple of that degree. Look at this. Our bakery is actually not at its maximum potential, so... Well, we're going to get over these things in the course of the next episode, my dear friends. We're also going to see that we're going to produce stupendous amounts of the necessary goods that are shown here. We definitely need to amp up our clothes and drink production, because that's where we have the most massive shortages. And armor, for Christ's sake, armor. I think there's only one solution for the entire armor problem, and that's to bite the bullet, invest the thousands of research points necessary to learn how to craft armor out of metal, because everything else will stay inefficient. The production of armor out of leather is just not good, okay? Let's just call it not good. And that's a very, very nice statement of mine. Anywho, friends, that's a good point to cut out of today's episode. I'm super happy that the Temple of ATHURI is going to get done in the course of the time. This is one massive endeavor that I can't see to get done. It's the first one, that's why I'm so excited. And yeah, looking forward to that. Leave me your comments down below. Thanks for all your wonderful comments. Thanks for your time watching this. This really means more to me than you might actually think. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing. Wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.